Good morning to boys and girls. Today we are going to see the poem number 1. Name of the poem, The Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. Now see, this poem has especially about the poet's life experience about his own life journey. See some important points of the poem. Number 1, Song of the Open Road, a classic travel poem. Classic means original, abhijat. Then second point, it is a beautiful mixture of self-awareness. Mixture, combination, sanyog. Then number 3, free will and tenderness of heart. Free will, mukta इच्छा शक्ती, and tenderness of heart, हृदयाची कोमलता, हळवेपणा, नाजूकपणा. Number 4, this poem is a free verse composition. Especially this poet Walt Whitman is known as the father of free verse poem. In English literature, Walt Whitman is known as the father of free verse poem. अमेरिकन इंग्रजी साहित्यामध्ये कवी वॉल्ट विटमन यांना मुक्त छंद काव्य प्रकाराचे जनक म्हणून ओळखले जाते. ही सेलिब्रेट्स द आउटडोअर्स, the road, especially in particular, means poet is interested in outdoor life. He loves nature. He wants to spend his life luxurious time, रिकामा फुरसतीचा वेळ, luxurious time in the lap of the nature. Number 6, a road is something for everyone, be rich or poor uses. The one similarity poet has expressed here, in our life there are two types of people. One is poor and one is rich. Whatever it may be, those who are either rich or poor, they are always trying to follow the path. Means road is the excellent example of similarity. Now point number next. It's 7 point. The road is symbolic call of adventure. According to the poet Walt Whitman says here, one who is courageous, bold, and only he can travel the path, because generally traveling on road is a different thing, but one who is courageous, adventure, only they can try to find out a new way of life. This is according to the poet. Now see point number 8. An opportunity to those who are bold to take the journey. One who is bold, courageous, having the virtue of adventure, only they can search a new path in their life, according to the poet. And very last point, the poet's message for the readers is that walk on the road with courage, some experiences of life, and be bold towards searching something new. According to the poet Walt Whitman, he says that one who is bold, very courageous, only they can search something new in their life. Otherwise, general people leads a normal life. We must courageous, we must optimistic, keeping positive attitude towards life to always something new in our life. This is the main features of the poem. Now boys, see the second point of the poem, something about the poet Walt Whitman. Now see, very first point, Walt Whitman was born on 1819 and died at 1892, means near about 72 years of his life. He has contributed much more to the English American literature. 1819 ते 1892 या आपल्या 72 वर्षाच्या आयुष्यामध्ये वॉल्ट विटमन या कवीने अमेरिकन इंग्रजी साहित्याला भरभरून देण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला. नाउ सेकंड पॉइंट, ही वॉज अमेरिकन पोएट अँड एसियस्ट. By birth he was American and known as an essayist. निबंधकार. Now third point, he was called the father of free verse. Walt Whitman was called a father of free verse poetry. इंग्रजी अमेरिकन साहित्यामध्ये कवी वॉल्ट विटमन यांना मुक्त छंद काव्य प्रकाराचे कवी म्हणून प्रामुख्याने ओळखले जाते. The next point, he was born and brought up in Huntington in a very poor family. This man, Walt Whitman, was born especially in a very poor family in Huntington in America. Now next point, his famous piece of poem is "O Captain, My Captain." That poem is written especially in the memory of the American President Abraham Lincoln. And this piece of poem, the Song of Open Road, has been taken from his collection of poetry, The Leaves of Grass. त्याचं प्रसिद्ध काव्य ओ कॅप्टन माय कॅप्टन ही कविता अमेरिकेचे तत्कालीन राष्ट्राध्यक्ष अब्राहम लिंकन यांच्या खास कर्तृत्वासाठी घेतलेली आणि प्रस्तुत कविता द सॉन्ग ऑफ ओपन रोड ही कविता त्यांच्या दी लीव्ज ऑफ ग्रास या काव्यसंग्रहामधून घेतलेली. नाउ सी द थर्ड point of the poem. Just in this third point, we are going to discuss about the stanza wise paraphrase of the poem. Now see, number 1, poet separates this section of the poem into 4 stanzas. The poet Walt Whitman has composed this poem, Song of the Open Road, that is a piece of literature, and this piece is divided it into 4 main stanzas. The speciality of this poem is the first stanza poet has made by only 3 lines. The first stanza poet has made only 3 lines, and remaining 3 stanzas have been content 4 lines each. This poem is the mouthpiece of the poet himself. Means wherever third person singular he pronoun is used, that he indicates poet himself. Means poet is a mouthpiece of the poem, song of the open road. Now see, the theme of the very first stanza, the speaker is setting out on foot, especially by road. In the present first stanza, poet indicates that the own experiences of his own life. When we are leading our life, at that time in life journey there are some ups and downs, and we must be light-hearted, be happy, be positive, keeping a optimistic approach, optimistic outlook, optimistic attitude towards life. प्रस्तुत पहिल्या कडव्यातील पहिल्याच ओळीमध्ये कवी जीवनाबद्दलची एक उत्तुंग भावना व्यक्त करतो. आयुष्यामध्ये जीवन जगत असताना सुखदुःख नेहमी येतात, कारण सुख आणि दुःख असल्याशिवाय जीवनाचा अर्थ कळत नाही. कवी असं म्हणतो, when we are leading our life, we must face some ups and downs, happiness and misery. At that time, when we are in misery, we must balance ourselves. And when we are in happiness, we don't lose our balance. Means, in bad plights, in critical situations, we must balance ourselves. So here, very first line of the poem, poet is traveling on road by light-hearted, very happily, very contented. And then he says that when he travels on the open road, he is light-hearted and especially open to all that. There is 2 experience according to the poet. Poet says that when we are traveling the journey of our life, we must collect some experiences, whether good or bad, which are very useful, very essential of our future. Then he says that when he is traveling the road, and there are some endless opportunities. Without traveling, we must hunger, we must thirst to acquire knowledge. And those who have such ability to acquire knowledge, they are never unhappy, misery in their life, because life and road provides endless opportunities to us. Poet can choose to go wherever he pleases. आयुष्याच्या वाटेवर जिथं जिथं आनंदाच्या मधुर अनुभूती येणार आहेत, त्या वाटेवर कवी जाऊ इच्छितो. नाऊ स्टांझा नंबर 2. In the second stanza, the thought expressed in the first 3 lines, the speaker says that he does not have hope for good luck because he is the maker of his own luck, fate, fortune, destiny. Now see the second stanza, first line indicates that poet says that he is not the follower of the fate, luck, destiny or fortune. Because he says that generally people are running behind to search the happiness, profits, benefits and money. Generally people assume that money brings happiness in our life. Try to understand. But when we are going to chase, when we are going to run after, we can't happy according to the poet. Poet says that don't bend before, according to the poet. Don't bend before the luck, fate, fortune. We must the maker of the fortune. Fate should bend before us according to the poet. So he is not going to follow the fate. He is own maker of his fortune. Now the very next line of the stanza number 2, poet is not complaining about anyone else because he knows that nothing is permanent in our life. Whatever we can see that come to an end in the course of time. According to the poet Walt Whitman expresses his life experiences and he wants to share with the people that experiences are whatever we are going to chase, happiness, misery or money. We can't be happy in our life because we must make our fortune. Try to understand. Poet says that here. And then he says that we are not going to complain against anyone else because we are own responsible for our progress or degradation. Progress, development. Progress, development. Degradation, doom or ruin. नाश, अधोगती. प्रोग्रेस, विकास, प्रगती. कारण या प्रस्तुत कडव्यामध्ये कवी अतिशय उत्तुंग अशा प्रकारच्या कल्पना मांडण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. कवी असं म्हणतो की आपण कुणाबद्दलही आयुष्यामध्ये कधीही तक्रार करू नये, कारण प्रत्येक व्यक्ती ही तिच्या विकासाला किंवा गती अधोगतीला स्वयं जबाबदार असते. अँड नथिंग इज परमनंट इन आवर लाईफ वॉट एव्हर वी हॅव बीन अचीव्ड. पोएट सेज दॅट आपण आयुष्यामध्ये जे जे कमवलेलं आहे ते सर्व क्षणभंगूर आहे. रिमेन्स दॅट आफ्टर आवर डेथ वॉट एव्हर वी आर केम इन टू द हेल्प ऑफ नीडी पीपल. आयुष्यामध्ये शेवटी तेच उरतं. कवी म्हणतो की आपण जिवंत असताना किती लोकांच्या मदतीला, किती लोकांच्या गरजेला पडलो. दॅट इज आवर लाईफ. नसेल तर वॉट एव्हर थिंग्स व्हिज्युअलाइज्ड दॅट्स आर टेम्पोरल मॉर्टल. जे जे म्हणून डोळ्याला दिसणार आहे ते सर्व क्षणभंगूर आहे, ते सर्व नाशिवंत आहे आणि म्हणून गर्व करू नका असं कवी सांगतो. नेक्स्ट लाईन नंबर लास्ट ऑफ द stanza number 2. But keeping positive attitude towards life without getting monotonous, especially of the course of time, he is strong and happy to be on the open road. Poet says finally in the stanza number 2, we always be happy. Lead your life. Now see, one example one quotation I want to present here, and that quotation has made by the master William Shakespeare. Enjoy your life without any tension. Enjoy your life without any tension. Can anyone say anything? Poet says, Walt Whitman says here the divine point of the human life. Be happy. Whatever breaths God has gifted to us, till the last breath of life we should enjoy, because life is no more. Be optimistic towards life. परमेश्वराने आयुष्यामध्ये जेवढे श्वास आपल्याला दिलेले आहेत, तो अंतिम श्वासापर्यंत आपण मजेत आनंदात जगलं पाहिजे, कारण आयुष्य पुन्हा नाही. विल्यम शेक्सपियर असं म्हणतो, मगाशी मी कोटेशन दिलं तुम्हाला, एन्जॉय युअर लाईफ विदाउट एनी टेन्शन. कॅन एनीवन से एनिथिंग. विल्यम शेक्सपियर असं म्हणतो, ज्यानं इंग्रजी साहित्याला परिपूर्ण करण्याचं काम केलं, तो शेक्सपियर असं म्हणतो की आयुष्य मजेत जगा, आनंदात जगा, विदाऊट एनी टेन्शन, कारण आयुष्य पुन्हा नाही. Now see stanza number 3. Now see the stanza number 3. Very first line. In the third stanza, poet makes reference to the earth and star. In the third stanza, very first line, poet says, he presents his gratitudeness of earth specially, and he says that there are stars in the sky and some stars in the group of constellation. Constellation, the group of people here, the meaning presents by the poet, and in his life poet wants that he needn't, poet need not. Such a group of people, he never wants to come into the influence of such people. प्रस्तुत कवितेमध्ये कवी सांगू इच्छितो की त्याला जमीनच पुरेशी आहे, त्याला आकाशामध्ये असलेल्या चांदण्याच्या पुंजक्याची गरज नाही, कारण समाजामध्ये अशा काही पद्धतीचे लोक आहेत की त्या लोकांच्या प्रभावाखाली जाण्याची त्याला अजिबात इच्छा वाटत नाही. देन ही सेज दॅट in the third stanza, poet makes reference to the earth and stars. Speaker says earth is enough for him and he need not any vicinity of people for influence. Poet says that in the very third stanza of the poem, he need not to come into the influence of such people like a group of constellation in the sky. आकाशामध्ये असलेल्या चांदण्याच्या पुंजक्याप्रमाणे समाजात असलेल्या अशा काही लोकांच्या प्रभावाखाली त्याला जायची गरज. नो, ही अलोन वॉन्ट्स टू सर्च द प्रेशियस व्हॅल्यू ऑफ लाईफ. कवी म्हणतो की एकलकोंड्या मनाने, एकलकोंड्या विचाराने जीवनाचा अमूर्त अर्थ शोधण्याचा मी प्रयत्न करणार आहे. Now then see the third stanza, very second line. Poet says that speaker's view is. Poet asserts that here it means that he does not, poet does not especially, poet does not see. In the third stanza, poet, once again I am going to repeat because it's a very difficult stanza. In the third stanza, poet makes reference to the earth and star. Speaker says earth is enough for him and he need not any vicinity of people for influence. According to the poet says that earth is enough for him and he doesn't need such people like a constellation of stars in the sky. He never needn't any vicinity of people for influence. Vicinity, जवळीकता, सहसंबंध. According to the speaker, people are meant to be. Poet says that in our day-to-day life, what we come across to the people, they are selfish. जीवनाच्या वाटेवर प्रवास करताना आयुष्यामध्ये भेटणारी लोक ही बहुधा मतलबी स्वार्थी असतात असं कवीला वाटतं. In the last line of the stanza, poet asserts his free will and independence. In the third stanza, second last line of the stanza number 3, poet says that he must, or everyone must lead a free will life. Do not come under suppression, tension, or any mental burden. And independently, we should lead our happy life, poet says. It means that he doesn't consider himself as one among the people who belong to constellations group of people. He says that, poet says that when we are going to lead a life in the group of people, you can't enjoy yourself. You can't lead your life as you like. Now see, the stanza number last, it's a stanza number 4. In the stanza number 4, the last stanza of the poem, in the last stanza of the poem, poet says that poet uses the punctuation marks in the stanza number 4. Why? When poet uses punctuation marks, the meaning using the punctuation marks, poets wants to give some extra information to us. एखादा कवी, लेखक किंवा साहित्यिक काव्यामध्ये विरामचिन्हांचा वापर करतो तेव्हा त्याला त्याच्यामधून वाचकांना काहीतरी वेगळं प्रेरित करायचं आहे, अधिकची माहिती त्याला द्यायची आहे. Now see, as an afterthoughts, speaker admits that he carries the memories, old delicious burdens of the people he come across in life. Now see, the antithesis, poetic devices, antithesis is used here by the poet. What is the purpose behind it? Now see, the opposite ideas have been put together. And the old delicious burdens, the burdens are not, see, the poet says that old delicious burdens, the delicious sweet, the memories are sweet, and it is, poet uses a old sweet delicious burdens. Now see, the burdens are not sweet. Antithesis is used here very skillfully by the poet because the two opposite ideas have been put here, and that is the skill of the poet. So here the final message poet wants to suggest here for his reader. What we are going to say that, what is our confusion? When we are leading our life, at that time, whatever things unuseful for us, we should forget it. We should left behind. But the human tendency is that we are trying to collect all the things, whether good or bad, just like happiness or misery, we should collect together and trying to collect the bunch of it, and that bunch we are going to carry till the end of our lives. Hence we are not happy, according to the poet. And the poet's message is that for us, we should lead our clear life. Now see, what is our confusion according to the poet? See, happiness is a different thing, misery is different thing, and life is a totally different from that, those things. For example, I am going to give here, there is a coin, maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee or 10 rupee coin. Every coin has two sides, one is head and other is tail. Now see, head and tail are the two sides of the coin, and coin is a totally different thing because a coin is made by the metal. Just like happiness and misery, these two things are the two sides of human life, and life is different thing. But our confusion, our illusion is that, illusion, Brahm. Our confusion, our illusion is that happiness and misery means life, nothing at all. So poet wants to clear the idea here. Whatever memories we have which are good, we should carry. Whatever memory is bad, we must forget. Boys, today we are going to stop here. Tomorrow's lecture, we are going to deal actual poem from the textbook, page number 104, Song of the Open Road. Till up to, we are going to stop here. Have a nice day. Tomorrow, same period, same time, same place, same chapter, we are going to meet. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.